Hello, I'm Gabriele. I'm psychologist and I work in the Clinica Buchinger Wilhelmi in Marbella. In these difficult times, when most of us are kind of forced to stay at home, I would like to talk a little bit about how to cope with this situation. Because usually we go out, we go maybe to work, or we meet friends, we can go out for a walk, and we are moving all the time. Maybe we travel a lot. And now maybe we need to stay at home, and this situation can bring a feeling of anxiety. You know, now I cannot move so much. Usually I'm used to move, and now I have to stay in the house. I cannot go out. So I would like to talk about what to do now, because now I'm more forced to be with myself and as well with my family, but as well with myself, and how to cope with it, with this situation when usually I'm moving and now I cannot do this. So I ask myself whether we feel at home with ourselves. You know, we are in our outer home and we have as well an inner home. And I feel that very often we forget this inner home, to feel good in the inner home. So I think now it's actually an opportunity to connect to our inner home. So what does that mean actually when we say to connect with myself, or when I say to connect with my inner home? So what means myself? I think usually we identify ourselves very much with our thoughts. You know, I think, so I am. We are all the time thinking. Not only our body is moving all the time, going out, traveling, going here and there, but also our mind is moving all the time. So now when I need to stay at home, maybe I notice more that my mind is moving. And usually in these situations, the mind moves towards a difficult thought, like what is going to happen, what is going to be how is going to be my situation, my family situation, or the situation in our society, what is going to happen. So this thought may create a lot of fear and as well a lot of anxiety. And I think that if we stay on the level of thought when we are with ourselves, in a difficult situation, fear and anxiety is a very natural result. So we need to connect with ourselves on a different level. Otto Buchinger said, when we do a fast, the fasting brings us to our inner home. I think when Otto Buchinger said this, he was not referring to our thoughts. When he said the fasting brings us towards our inner home, he was talking about a deeper dimension of our consciousness. So I feel that now we are maybe not fasting with food, but we are fasting with going out. So it is as well an opportunity to find this deeper dimension in ourselves. Difficult situations have two ways of coping somehow. Sometimes we cope with, we see this situation as a threat, or we can see this situation as an opportunity. And I think that if we stay at the level of thought, we probably will live the situation as a threat. And if we go deeper in our deeper dimension of consciousness, this situation can be a big opportunity for inner change. And if everybody or many people have this kind of inner change, our society will change as well for better. So I think let's use this opportunity for a healing inner change for every one of us and as well for our society. So how can we do that? How can we go to a deeper dimension of ourselves? The first step is to be aware that we have so many thoughts, to be aware that our thoughts always take us out of the present moment. They go to the past or they go to the future. Very often when thoughts go to the future, they imagine a difficult situation in the future, and that's what we call worry, right? Or if I think the future is going to be terrible, then it's called maybe anxiety or fear. So now the first step is to bring our mind to our body. In order to bring the mind to this very moment, we need to bring the mind to the body. Usually we care so much for our body. Maybe we eat good food, maybe we wash every morning, we take shower, we dress nicely, we go and have massage, we do workout. But when we do this, where is our mind? When I eat, is my mind really with the food? Or am I thinking about something else? Or am I watching television or reading the newspaper at the same time? When I do workout, is my mind really with my muscles who do the work now, who do the moving? Or is my mind at work? Where is my mind? So now this is the opportunity to bring the mind to our body and start feeling how I'm breathing. You can feel, for example, in daily life, in your daily activities right now, when you walk through your flat, through your house, you feel how you're walking. You do it very consciously. Or you're preparing the food and you really look at the food, you smell the food, you are really there. And then maybe you eat and you really savor the food. Or you talk to the persons from your family and you're really there, you're really listening. With all your senses, with all your heart, you are there listening. And when you talk as well from your heart, not so much from your thoughts. And then as well, you could do maybe some yoga practice. And when you do yoga practice, for example, you try to be with your mind really in your body, with every movement, with every position. Maybe we do yoga and we are mentally somewhere else. So now you do yoga and you really feel your movement, you feel your position. Or maybe you do qigong and as well, you are really there with your mind. You can do mindfulness practice. In mindfulness practice, you observe, you learn how to observe your mind. That's a wonderful practice to learn how to stay with your mind in your body. How to bring your mind back to your body, back home, when you're always wandering around. So when we bring our mind back to our body, suddenly we feel, oh, this is maybe a good feeling. And maybe the mind gets calmer and the body gets relaxed. And then I start noticing that I feel good. And the outside situation has not changed at all, but I feel good. So with this kind of methods, like mindfulness practice, as well meditation, yoga practice, qigong, when we really practice to be with our mind in what we are doing right now, this is the first step to bring your mind back home. And as well, as I mentioned before, in your daily activities, whatever you need to do right now, you observe your mind and you ask yourself, am I really here? Am I really with the cooking? Am I really listening? Am I talking from my heart, not so much from my thought? I think this is a wonderful practice that we can do now. And like this, we can learn how to get in touch with the deeper dimension of consciousness within ourselves. This brings us the feeling of more security, of inner stability, and of well-being. I feel this is a very good opportunity for this practice now. Thank you very much, and I hope you stay well, physically and as well mentally.